come to you live on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by the former Chicago Bull, getting in his pregame mindset. It's Jay Williams.
Ed, guys are on the court stretching, staring down their opponent. Nothing better than mentally and psychologically getting ready for battle.
The work has been done. They're ready to go, and so are we. And away we go.
You're on the island now.
To Porter. Tosses. Throws it down off the alley-oop pass.
That probably won't be the last time we see a dunk from him tonight. Maybe sometimes you should send a message. Give him a hard foul. Don't let it be so easy.
DeRozan. Here comes the screen.
See it.
To DeRozan. Fine to shoot. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
To Booker. Able to convert inside.
Old school equals high percentage.
Giannis in control of the basketball. Down just a couple. Oh, that's out.
Out of here. It always looks cool, but guess what? You're still on D.
5 seconds to shoot. To DeRozan. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Knocks it down in the foul. And a chance now at a 4-point play.
Ed, body control is everything, especially on the defensive side of the floor. That was a great contest up top, but your body hit him on the way down. That's a foul every time.
DeMar DeRozan with a chance at a 4-point play for his career 82%. It's good, has the hot hand, and a 4-point play. DeAndre Ayton. Screen coming. To Booker. Down to 5 on the 24. Devin Booker. Well defended. Giannis with it up top. The lead is 2. No good, but 2 shots coming up for Joel Embiid.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let them know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
Joel Embiid has got 2 shots coming for his career 77% at the line. And hits the first free throw. And he makes them both. Booker with it. Down 4. To Porter. Joel Embiid snatching it out of the air. To Booker. DeAndre Ayton. Shot clock winding down. Trying to cash in. He connects off the step back.
That was a tough shot. The guy was in your pocket. He even contested the shot. Everything was going according to plan until then.
Antetokounmpo to DeRozan. DeMar DeRozan, 3 for 3. That's a perfect start.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
To Porter. Short jumper misses. To DeRozan. Has a look. DeRozan with a shot off the mark.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you.
Whoa, look what I found.
You know it's a bad block when somebody snatches the ball out of the air. Wow.
Rises for the slam.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
DeAndre Ayton. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
Another possession they were forced to take a tough shot. This time they got it to go, but they need to do something different to start creating more open look opportunities.
Antetokounmpo to DeRozan. He buries it off the step back.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
To Porter. Here comes the screen. 5 on the shot clock. Porter. Fires the 3. Smothering D.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
To DeRozan. Nothing going here on that drive. DeRozan. DeMar DeRozan. Looking good. 4 for 5.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
DeAndre Ayton to Porter. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. Booker to Porter. Add 2 points to the board.
I mean, I don't know how much better the defense has to play you on that one. The guy was right in your grill, and you still knocked it down.
Giannis in control of the basketball. Up by 6. DeRozan picked up by Booker. Nothing going here on that drive. DeRozan to Embiid. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
This has been a good first quarter for him so far. That wasn't an easy shot, but he was able to knock it down and add to their lead.
Now their head coach signals for a timeout. He'll get his guys together and talk things over. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Mitchell's shot comes up empty. To DeRozan. Middleton. DeMar DeRozan. He's now 5 for 6.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Screen coming.
Hey, double screen.
They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. Here's a chance from long range. No good. That's great defense.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Oh, highlight moves. Tough to come over the defender all over you.
I got him. Here we go.
DeAndre Ayton. Down low, it's Mitchell. Whoa! What a finish! Jay, perhaps that's a start.
Those kind of plays get me fired up. That's a momentum play. They looked lifeless here in the first quarter, but a dunk like that can get your team going in the right direction.
Nice finish at the rim.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
DeAndre Ayton. To Porter. Goes reverse to lay it in.
The pro game has really come down to PNRs. Let's see how the defense adjusts.
DeRozan with it. It's an 8-point lead. That's going to be out of bounds. Substitution being made in this one. LeBron with it up top. Margins 8. They get it down to Mitchell. Joel Embiid with the block.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
To Middleton. DeRozan. Chris Paul with a piece.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Paul George to Paul. Can't connect from inside.
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
Free throw good to finish off the three-point play. It's back to a 5-point game. DeRozan with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. Here comes the screen.
Screen come on your left.
DeRozan to Embiid. Down to 5 on the 24.
Defensive foul to number 45.
DeMar DeRozan, couple of free throws on the way. He's perfect from the line so far. Knocks down the first. Two for two on that trip.
Hey, good shot.
Paul with it up top. Right now, down 7. To George. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
To DeRozan.
2 minutes left.
Knocks it down from mid-range.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Mitchell with it up top.
Oh, yeah, it's me and
They
you,
trail
me and you.
by 7.
Hey, big
James.
screen right there, big screen.
And takes it away.
Here we go, here we go.
To DeRozan.
Watch the cutter coming through. Bump, 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 bump. I like this double team right now.
Oh, Emphatic slam. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Here comes the screen. DeAndre Ayton. Oh, errant pass as it's taken away.
Stop the ball, stop the ball.
Embiid. And breaks it up. Across the timeline comes James. Counting down towards 1 minute to play here in the opening quarter. DeAndre Ayton to James. Goes to the right side. Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. From long range. Jay, they've been waiting for that to go down, but here they are trying to chip away and cut into this margin.
And there's nothing more frustrating as a shooter to get open looks and not see the ball go in. But if they do, that could be the start of a problem.
Has a chance, can't connect. Defense did its job that time.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
Ball across the timeline. Down 8.
Here we go.
Deep 3 at the buzzer. That's all for this entertaining first quarter of the NBA All-Star Game. Jay and I return after this. You're watching a special presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. DeRozan with it. His team on top by 8. To Middleton. To DeRozan.
Hey, box out.
The big man, Ayton, with the rebound. LeBron into the front court. He'll run the offense. DeAndre Ayton to Dinwiddie. PG lets it fly. That's no good. And a throwdown. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
Cutter.
No, I missed a short one there.
And you hate to say this, but this is the reality of the matter. Sometimes it takes guys a little while to warm up into the game. Oh, out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Adetokunbo. Oh, not a good pass there. That's a turnover. Dinwiddie with the basketball. Trailing by 10. Here comes the screen.
You gotta work around the screen. You're killing me.
DeAndre Ayton to James. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. Here's LeBron for 2. Won't go. Giannis with it up top. His team leads it by 10. To DeRozan.
I got your help here.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Giannis Antetokounmpo trying to cash in on a three-point play. A career 74% free throw shooter. Free throw up and good as they open things up to a 13-point lead. With the rock, it's Chris Paul. James to Booker. Love the hustle. Sprawled out on the deck. DeMar DeRozan pins it.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
To DeRozan. Fires the three. Shot off the mark. Good defense. Booker to Paul George. Booker. Now that's a contest.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Time to shuffle things up. Antetokounmpo. James into the front court. His guys currently down by 13.
I got the steal. Defense. Defense. Let's go.
To Embiid. Throws it down.
Like my old coach used to say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's way too easy. Just keep attacking. It's easy money.
Now their head coach signals for a timeout. He'll get his crew together and talk it all through. Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. DeAndre Ayton to Dinwiddie. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. Jumper's good.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
DeRozan with the basketball. The advantage is 13 points. Giannis Antetokounmpo. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Here we go. Here we go. Hey, watch this screen left.
DeAndre Ayton to George. To Dinwiddie.
Shot.
Knocks it down. Off the step back.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Be alert. Be alert. Here it comes. Be alert.
To Embiid. DeRozan. Joel Embiid. 3 for 3 in this first half.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Mitchell with the basketball. Trailing by 15. Here comes the screen.
Screen right. Screen right. Screen right.
James. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by LeBron James. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Giannis in control of the basketball. His guys up by 15. James to Booker. Reset here. Let's see what they do. And strokes it.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
The NBA All-Star Game 2022 Season 9 games and highlights will be coming up next on Sports Action Infinity 22.
The drive right to the basket. Layup's good. That's as high percentage as it gets.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Here comes the screen. Deep right corner. Nothing going here on that drive. Booker. Trying to cash in. It's no good. Great defense. To Adetokunbo. And a rim rocker. Joel Embiid.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
Slams it down. Big finish for Joel Embiid.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Shoot it, shoot it.
DeAndre Ayton to Booker.
Watch cut, watch cut. Shut up, I have my hand.
Not that time. To Adetokunbo. Short jumper stays out. Now a steal on a very lazy pass there.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Short jumper misses. Here comes the screen. He buries it, creating space with the step back.
When I played, and I see guys do this all the time.
Game 4-1 Houston Rockets 1-1-1 Los Angeles Clippers 1-4-2 final.
The target are your hands defensively. If your hands are down and you give me clear vision towards the bucket, that shot's definitely going up.
To Embiid. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Joel Embiid at the line for a chance at a three-point play. Hasn't missed yet. Free throw's good. It's a three-point play. This big first half continues.
Game 4-1 Dallas Mavericks 1-2-5 New Orleans Pelicans 1-1-8 final.
To Dinwiddie. To Booker. Not today. To Adetokunbo.
Game 4-1 Washington Wizards 1-1-7 Brooklyn Nets 1-0-3 final.
Short jumper off the mark. Tough make through traffic.
Defenders had no chance on that one. That's why we call it the elite tier.
I got ball, I got ball. I got something for him.
I got this clown. Let's go.
DeAndre Ayton. Count the bucket for two.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree
Game
with the refs,
4-1
no call.
Miami Heat 1-1-1 Charlotte Hornets 1-0-7 final.
Holding the big lead. To Middleton. Caldwell Pope to Adetokunbo. Free throws coming up.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Contavious Caldwell Pope at the line for two shots. For his career, 78% at the line. And he connects on the first free throw.
Easy buckets.
Goes 2 for 2. Here comes the screen. George lets it fly. Missed it. Not much more you could ask for from the defense there. To Adetokunbo. Here comes the screen. Adetokunbo. And stuffs it home. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
George. Nothing going here on that drive. Scores from the post.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Giannis in control of the basketball. His guys hold a commanding lead. Giannis! Adetokunbo. 3 for 6 now.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
Paul. To Paul George. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Giannis Adetokunbo. Huge block.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Nothing going here on that drive.
Game 4-1 Utah Jazz 1-0-1 Los Angeles Lakers 1-0-6 final.
He's 3 for 7.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next level elite PG. No doubt about it. This year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
Old school. Backs his man down for the basket. Long key from three-quarters court. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Thanks, Ed. The East All-Stars entered the locker room at halftime with a significant lead. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really
Game
impresses
4-1 Denver Nuggets 1-1-7 Golden State Warriors 1-1-6 final.
These are the guys getting buckets for the East. The West All-Stars did a lot of things wrong in that opening half. The way they struggle doesn't bode well for them at all. But if they've got some fight in them, we'll know right away in the third quarter. Have a look at the leading scores for the West All-Stars.
Game track. Field goals.
The East All-Stars are off to a good start so far today. Let's see if they can keep up this level of consistency for the rest of the game.
Player of the half.
DeMar DeRozan has the defense figured out, and his shots are falling for him. That's a lethal combination that will be hard to overcome.
Who was gold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have off nights. Today has just been one of those nights for this guy. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
It's DeRozan controlling the offense. To Adetokunbo. Here comes the screen.
Screen coming.
Adetokunbo.
Shot.
Short jumper. Won't fall.
I got ball. Big right.
DeAndre Ayton to George. Baseline drive. Can't connect. To Adetokunbo. Here comes the screen. Oh! Knocked it away.
Oh! Some fans should take that ball home as a gift.
That's a souvenir. Adetokunbo to Embiid. Fine to shoot to Adetokunbo. No good.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
To Paul. DeMar DeRozan able to recover with the block.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
To DeRozan. For three. Can't connect. To Porter.
That's me. I got ball.
Blocked away.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people.
Here we go. I got
The
him.
offense is more
I got him.
worried about getting their
Shut up,
shot
shut up.
blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
To DeRozan. Here comes the screen. DeRozan. 5 seconds to shoot. Paul George.
I got ball. I'm here.
Oh, had him going there for a second.
Way to block that, baby.
Blocked
Good
away.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Now Paul with the basketball. Down a bundle. Able to convert inside.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Denied.
As my old teammate RJ would say, stay down, clown.
Paul to Paul George. Knocks it down from mid-range.
There's a natural tendency when you guard a right dominant hand player to send him left. But for a guy who's a good mid-range shooter, that's wrong. His pace dribble is his left hand. Force him to go right and know that the chances are higher of him trying to drive and attack the rim. That's knowing the scouting method.
To Porter. George. Here comes the screen. To Porter.
Watch the back door. I got your
Paul
back side. Watch
George.
the back door.
Paul. He was all over him.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by Paul. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. With the interception, great defensive play.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. Is called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Has a look. Knocks it down on the step back. That was not easy.
Ed, I'm telling you right now, that is the move of an assassin.
To Adetokunbo.
Screen, get over, get over.
Down to 5 on the 24. Giannis shoots. Not that time. To Porter. To Booker. Can't connect. To Adetokunbo. DeRozan. To Adetokunbo.
Shoot, shoot, shoot. I got rebound.
Shot clock winding down. Adetokunbo.
Side up.
Keep on trying. Shot's no good there.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Lets it fly from long range. Knocks it down. That was a tough shot.
Man, you making people dance out there? I see you with the footwork.
Giannis with it up top. He'll run the offense. Nothing going here on that drive. To Embiid. Kicks it outside. He gets it.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
To Booker.
I told you the screen was coming.
Slam dunk. DeAndre Ayton. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
DeRozan.
Right.
Why even try that time?
I'm going to start calling him the windshield wiper, just erasing all the mistakes. That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. First free throw is good. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. To James. 4-3. Great defense, forcing the miss.
A ball here. Hey, let's go. Let's get out of here. Come on. Pick coming left. Oh, no, he can't guard you out there.
Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup.
Cut it.
Has has a chance. Not that time. Baseline drive. The shot won't fall. Slams it down.
If you know a guy's a driver, there's no need to apply that much pressure on him if his main objective is to get to the rim. Play off of him, make him think about the jump shot, and also, guys from the weak side on the help side, make sure you play in those gaps and you try to close out as quick as possible when he puts his head down.
Now their head coach signals for a timeout. They'll gather the troops and talk things over. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Knocks it down off the step back.
Coming right back to him. And while the ball was still in his hands, a sidestep throws a defender off. People aren't used to seeing that type of footwork.
And good work defensively as the pass is taken away.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
I got ball. That's me.
Trying to cash in. DeRozan's got the board.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that on the court. That's why this team is special.
LBJ with it. To George. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
And when plays like that happen with multiple players touching the ball, the basketball gods will 100% reward you.
DeRozan to Embiid. Here comes the screen.
Switch.
Has a look.
I got ball.
Two there, won't go.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss. What it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jump.
Paul George, 4 out of 10.
Bread and butter. And there are a few that can do it better off the screen.
Hold on.
DeRozan to Adetokunbo. Screen coming. Adetokunbo to Embiid. Oh, emphatic slam.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
George. It's DeRozan, the rebound. To Embiid. Adetokunbo. To Embiid. 5 on the shot clock. Chance for the process. Doesn't get the bounce.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you're forcing to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket. You're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
DeRozan with the basketball. Adetokunbo to Embiid. Great defense there, forcing the pickup. Jumper's good. Deep three. Team Curry going to have the ball first as we start the fourth. And they've really had very little go right for them on either end of the floor.
Remember that old line, your attitude determines your altitude? Well, when you see dejected faces on the sideline, that poor body language gave you an impression that they had no chance to win this game.
George. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4 to Booker. Beyond the arc for 3. Devin Booker is going to get 3 shots here. A career 84% free throw shooter. First one goes down.
Okay, that's nice.
Second of 3 is good. And he cashes in at the line. 3 for 3.
Here we go. Stop the ball.
Screen.
Caldwell Pope in a matchup with Booker. Here comes the screen.
Screen coming.
To Caldwell Pope. They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock.
Screen coming left.
Whoa, Chris Middleton. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
You know, it reminds me of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Paul. Scores from the post.
Look, the most efficient offenses are the ones with the highest number of assists. There are only 5 teams in the league that average 25 assists or more.
Slams it down. Jay, that's been the story this evening.
I mean, another one? Another dunk? Another easy possession? I mean, how demoralizing can this be for the team? Why am I the only one yelling? I don't see anybody on the bench yelling. I don't see anybody on the court even angry right now.
Somehow finds a way to get it to go. Can't fault the D.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Here comes the screen. Middleton goes to the left side. Down to 5 on the 24. Going to launch beyond the arc. Buries it.
For average shooters, that's not a great shot. But for a great shooter, that's a good look.
LeBron into the front court. His guys down big. Paul George to Booker. Nothing going here on that drive. James.
Pick up.
Middleton to Caldwell Pope. Can't connect from in close. To Booker.
I got ball.
To Booker. Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. Just off the mark. To Middleton.
Everybody pick up. Dia.
To Caldwell Pope. Has a chance. He's looking for that touch.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
George. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. Lets it fly from beyond the arc.
Defense, let's go.
To Caldwell Pope. Fires the 3. He engulfed him that time.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
To Paul George. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. George. Shot won't go.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Caldwell Pope picked up by Booker to Middleton. Short jumper won't fall.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning an ankle on that landing.
To James.
Green, I got your help.
They get it down to Paul. Nice pass to set things up.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
We get a whistle and a timeout as they'll take a moment to talk things over. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. To Embiid. Stuffs it down with authority.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Paul into the front court. Down a bundle. Porter to Paul. Chris Paul. Ooh, 3 for 8. He's got to do better.
Oh, he buckled his knees so bad, it didn't matter if he scored or not. That's a win for the internet.
Caldwell Pope to Embiid. He shoots. Oh, off the mark.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
Layup goes down. Well done.
Ed, all this talk I heard over the summer, what about CP3's hamstring? Will he be able to get back his first step? Will he still have it? There you go.
Short jumper won't go down.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Ooh, Chris Paul. He's 5 for 10, shooting 50%.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Screen left coming, screen left coming, screen left.
And scores.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. It's Paul for 2. And the rebound taken by Caldwell Pope.
Hey, check up, let's go.
Can slam it down with the interception.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Paul. Caldwell Pope to Embiid. Slam dunk. At this point, they're twisting in the wind.
Were you looking for a response from me? Because I don't really know what else there is to even say. I mean, is this even a game? I mean, we should just start packing up and getting ready to go right now.
From the painted area, won't go down. To Embiid. Caldwell Pope driving right to the basket. Offensive rebound.
I got him. Here we go. Here we go.
To Paul. Oh, straight down the middle for 2.
Can we all just agree that that handle is next level, but that jumper's wet too?
Now their head coach signals for a timeout. They'll regroup before the action continues. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Caldwell Pope. Shot clock winding down. Here's a chance from long range. Message received. Well defended.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
They get it down to Paul. Jenny Osman sends it away.
Sends a message on that one, Ed.
To Paul. From long range.
That'll be a winning formula in overtime every time. Answer a 2 on one end with a 3 on the other. Ed, tell me if I'm wrong, but I think a 3 is more than a 2, correct?
That is great math, my friend.
That's me. That's me. I got it.
To Caldwell Pope. To Jaylen Brown. Caldwell Pope. Fine to shoot.
Gotta come through. Gotta come through.
Trying to cash in. Another chance. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Paul. To Porter. Over to the right side. Fires the 3. That's off the side of the rim, short.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Embiid to Jaylen Brown. Able to convert inside.
Old school equals high percentage.
To Paul. A drive to the basket, but the shot rattles in and out. To Caldwell Pope. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Donovan Mitchell with the block. To Paul. From the outside, no good. Five seconds to shoot. Shot clock violation.
Ball over, man. Come on, man.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes.
It's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The East got themselves a win here today, and the way they attacked the rim was outstanding. Not only is the dunk a high-percentage shot, it's also a great way to test the confidence of the defense. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the East All-Stars. The West didn't get the victory they wanted here today. I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup. Check out the leading scores for the West.
Game track. Points in the paint.
The West All-Stars lost this game on the scoreboard, obviously, but they really lost this game by not being physical enough. Again and again, they allowed the ball to get inside, and once it was there, it was getting scored. A lot. Overall, they struggled the most with it in the opening half.
The All-Star Game MVP.
Joel Embiid shined brightest at today's All-Star Game. You could tell he was having a lot of fun, and I was happy to see him get the MVP award. Here are the top 3 plays from the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of Ed Coyne and Jay Williams, this is Jalen Rose signing off.